Today is going to be a different episode because I just have my friends on. It's a little different from usual, guys. Tylor, do you want to share us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, that's a really great question. I'm glad you asked me. Right now, I am. Should I just introduce myself? Like normally? Yeah.
But not about.
I'm
Do a little
23.
icebreaker.
I'm hot. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and right now I am. What am I? I'm unemployed right now, so that's going for me.
What were you doing previously?
Previously, I was a social media specialist for a marketing agency. And I could have continued, but I don't think I want to do that. I want to write, and that's what I'm currently in the process of doing.
Okay, Jason?
I recently graduated from Arizona State University with my master's, and I just got hired on Monday as a project manager at the Arizona Commerce Authority. I don't know if I should share my employment exactly, but that's what
this is going to be
doing.
public, so whatever you're comfortable with.
Anyways, edit, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm doing now. Previously, I was doing like data analytics and like industry strategic planning, but now I'm doing project management. So
You can bring the mic a little closer, I think. Or yourself, either way.
2 fists.
Do you want me to? Yeah.
no. How's that?
That probably works. As long
Yeah,
as
yeah.
That's stable. And Ryder?
Yes, so I'm Ryder. I'm 23 years old, and I'm a software developer who also graduated from Arizona State University. And I've been a software developer for about 4 years with the same company. And we work on, it's like an education platform, but specifically we're tailored to like juvenile detention centers and diversion programs. So that's what I do. I don't really actually like work with the kids too much, and I'm white also.
Nice.
Just thought that.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Any hobbies? What are you guys excited about?
Ooh. This is like the
I-
hardest part.
Yeah, no.
I feel like I've been so busy with school and work and everything that I haven't had really time to do stuff. But we play video games, I would say, I don't know.
Yeah, that's how we stay connected online, I feel
Yeah.
like, for the most part.
I mean, because I'm unemployed, I do everything that I can. I'm currently writing a blog. It's really fun. And that's really all
What is your vlog about?
It's just about whatever I want to write. Because I'm sort of doing like a whole career switch, I just wanted to have something out there to show that I'm an able writer. So if anyone wants to hire me, that'd be awesome.
I've read the blog, guys. It's really good.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed
I just
it.
talk, but I want to get into like music reviews and critiques. So I've been reading a lot of Pitchfork and seeing how they write. But
What is Pitchfork?
Pitchfork is just it's just a music magazine. They do reviews, album reviews, or they just talk about current events that's happening in music.
Is it like Letterboxd, but for music?
Well, it's
You would
not.
say that.
Yeah. They-
You're an absolute menace, Milo.
We love Milo.
Right, I'm surprised you didn't mention about playing the bass or any music stuff.
Yeah, so me,
The band.
you know, we can, this early into the podcast, we can get into the beef. I'm totally cool.
You're gonna get
I'm
the
totally
beef?
What
like,
are you talking about?
no, I'm
Just
like,
talk about you as a bassist. Come
Yeah,
on.
talk about your
oh, no.
process.
Well,
What's
I have to explain why recently in the last like 4 months I haven't really been playing a lot of music, and it's all due to an incident in which my band pretty much fell apart, and I still have Ray, my roommate. Obviously, he might come on this show later, but he plays guitar and I play bass. But I haven't been playing a lot recently. I've picked it up like a little bit, but mainly my time has been prioritized with my personal fitness.
Yeah, that is true. You spend a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, I have like a group chat with everyone. Well, really just with Tyler and JR, and we just
Hold on.
Post
Babe?
pictures of each other or yourself.
Babe?
No, we just say like daily creatine
know.
reminder.
It's so annoying.
Can you explain to me? Wait, can you explain can you explain ketosis? What is ketosis?
You want me to explain ketosis?
Yeah,
While
you can
Milo
go ahead
leaves
and
the
do
room.
that.
Go quick, because this.
Okay, I'll do a quick ketosis explanation.
Are you still on keto?
Sort of. So don't take this as like licensed like
Nobody's thinking you're a professional. It's
dietitian. Okay, good. Yeah.
Nobody believes you.
If you really want like good advice, follow my mom on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
She's like a keto
Can you
health
plug
influencer.
her? Can you plug
But
her?
essentially, the idea of keto is that you're cutting out all carbs and all sugar from your diet, or you can cycle them. Like you just want to limit how many carbs you're eating, and that turns your body's primary fuel source into burning lipids and fat, and it's called ketosis because your body is burning ketones as fuel, which is like the emergency fuel source, and it helps you lose weight like really fast. It helps you drop water weight especially, but it's not like a long sustained diet. Like you don't want to do it forever because you'll have like health problems. But
So with your physical change, have you noticed any other differences of hitting the gym and losing weight?
yeah. So at first I was really tired when I started, and I was doing like very strict keto, and I just kind of did that to get into the flow of like working out every day. And I was really tired and low on energy. And I don't know if it's like the ashwagandha that I've been taking or what, but like creatine is also like a cognitive function like a supplement that you can take. But yeah, I feel like recently I've been a lot more full of energy. I used to have to like take a nap every single day after work, and now I don't have to. I just go to bed at like midnight every night and wake up at like 7:30. And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like my head is a lot more clear. Like I've been more focused on my work, and going to the gym just feels really good. Like I feel, which can be like seen as like a bad thing, but I feel bad like when I don't go to the gym.
No, I think that's fine.
Do you take a rest day?
I do. I rest once a week. Yeah. So that's it for my
Your
short
keto
keto
It's
description.
like, how did we even get there?
I don't know. I just
We're going
just
through.
talking about
Ryder's
it.
shifted from band to his health journey.
Yeah,
I agree,
whatever.
that's
No, because it's one of your hobbies. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it is a hobby. Like I love.
You count the gym as one of your hobbies?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sure. But I sort of just like my part of my life. Like I just do it. I don't think it's an outside hobby.
Ryder, how long do you go to the gym for when you go?
I do like 45 minutes of actual weightlifting and maybe like an hour of cardio afterwards.
Tyler will go to the gym for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'll be
Well,
there
it's
for like
Tyler's on-
2 hours of like lifting. That's it. I'm not really doing
it's
cardio.
2 hours of on the phone and 1 hour of actual working out.
No.
But you like people misunderestimate how much like rest you're supposed to like actually take between sets, like when you're working out. Like it's the best to like take like a lot of rest between sets. But I don't know. It's just kind of funny. Like something about going to the gym feels very like caveman. Like I must lift rock to like get strong, you know? And I just think that's funny that even in like the 21st
this day,
century,
we still
like
do it. Yeah.
because we don't like hunt and gather anymore, like we have to do that to like stay in shape.
Okay.
It's kind of funny.
Let's go down the memory lane a little bit.
Okay.
What should I ask? Maybe I know you guys studied abroad.
True.
Wow.
Do you guys
It was
want
a
to
while
talk a little
ago,
bit
but-
about Korea and whatever happened over there?
We went.
Yeah. So when was it?
We went in
sophomore year of college.
yeah.
Well, first of all, it was my idea to go to Korea.
Okay.
And everyone just followed me, but
What do you mean by everyone?
Well, we went
Jason and Nora.
with
Okay.
Nora, another
Okay.
close friend.
But yeah, I've been taking Korean classes like since the beginning of college, and I already knew that I wanted to study abroad, so I did it. Just happened to be within the latter year or latter half of the school year for my junior year, and yeah, I mean that
took
was
Korean
when
classes as well, but I just cannot speak it. And I have always, I don't know, Tyler's very good at language acquisition. I can't really grasp it. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just don't study hard enough, but
Language is hard in college, especially. It's like 5 credit classes, and so
yeah,
it's hard.
you're like going
You have to-
every single day, but it was so fun.
Yeah.
It's learning a new language is like
But the fact that you guys got to go to Korea and actually like
that's true.
apply like your knowledge of the language, even though Tyler was the one who spoke most of the Korean.
I was holding down. I made them speak just because I didn't feel like speaking most of the time. But generally, the experience there was I mean, I'd say it was great, but it was during COVID as well. So, South Korea had maybe they had more restrictions
had more.
than most countries.
Did you guys experience any sort of racism?
I got denied from entry into a club one time, but the entry, they'll be like Koreans only, and then you'll be like,
Yeah.
nothing you
really
can
Do you
say
feel like
about
that's
it.
fair?
Like
if we had that in
the
America.
instance that I got denied, I think it was fair.
Okay.
We went to Itaewon, and we were on like
It's famously known as like an LGBT like.
we were on
hot
the gay
spot, yeah.
hill, the gay street, and we
Where
went
like all the
in-
people died in the
uh,
crowd crush.
Writer.
That was later.
It's not a
Okay.
car crash, and it was Halloween. And
I
it was-
said crowd crush.
Crowd crush,
And-
different than car crash. So anyways, we tried to go in there, and they politely said no Koreans only, and it was reasonable because I think at the time there was a COVID outbreak in the gay area like a month or two prior, so they were facing quite a bit of stigma within the newspapers and the media within Korea. So like, I don't know, things were very much locked down, and if there was like an outbreak that happened while we were there, like it would get blamed on whatever group happened. So like it happened in Itaewon, and so then they were like, I can't believe these gay people are like spreading COVID, and then there'd be a big
Damn.
cracked on them.
So
and then
it was more
it happened in
foreigner.
like
Like
the
them being-
foreigner area, and
Okay.
then there was a big
Yeah.
crackdown
So
in that area as well.
Homophobic, xenophobic, just in this area. Is that what you're saying?
No,
No.
Just I think those are things that happen. Happens
Okay.
here
Yeah,
too.
But that's an experience
I think it's
that you had.
explainable. I think that the most like jarring thing that when I was there was that the French expats,
French people.
they were sort of, I don't know, rude to me. There was this one moment where they were just like really drunk, like on Hongdae. That was like the street to go to during COVID times, where you can just drink on the street. So everyone's drunk and gathered. And I walked by with Jason and Nora, and they like come up to me and yell "안녕하세요," but like because they thought I was Korean or something. It was just really strange because they walked in front of me first, and like
We can do a rating of how we felt about the expats that were there.
Oh, yeah.
Based on country of origin. I think French people are the worst. Italians slightly better. We like British people.
yeah.
We met one.
I like the
German girl.
Russians.
The Russians
the
were good.
Slavics.
We like the
So who's in like S tier, like A tier, S tier?
our Finnish friend.
Finnish
I don't know.
people.
She's crazy, I guess. I don't know. It was interesting. I feel like you don't get that. I haven't had that experience here. I mean, America's just way more diverse than Korea is, but in the specific area we lived in was like surrounded by universities. And so like there was a ton of foreign exchange students there. There was a ton of like just foreigners living in this area. So there was like I've never met that many European people before.
Oh, yeah, in my
consistently,
life.
like all these different countries, like European people, other countries too. Like
And they're all like models.
very
Models. I don't
strange.
know what that really
they
meant.
ranged on how much.
Or they work at a
model-
bar.
So overall, was it a good experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you live there again?
I think I would. I think after we were there for like 7 months, and then once we were there in that last month, we were like, okay, it's time to go. I think we were like, I don't remember. There were like just reasons where it was like, oh, we're kind of tired of being here. It'd be nice to go back to America. But looking back on it now, I think I could stay there again.
I mean, we were also in the mindset of like, this isn't our home. Like, we have to go back eventually. So I'd rather, I don't know, expedite the process to get home. But there were so many great things about Korea, like public transportation, or just feeling safe, or just if you like lost an item, it's gonna be returned to you no matter where you are.
Like literally, my wallet fell out of my pocket in the middle of a crowd. It's like an insanely crowded street in Hongdae, and like it's on the ground, and I didn't realize for like 2 hours later. And the next day I looked on the website, like the Korean National Lost and Found.
Lost and found.
And
Wow.
it was at the police station. Someone picked it up and returned it, and I got all my stuff back. They didn't even take cash out of it.
Yeah, I'm surprised. That's like Japanese level of
Yeah.
like safety. I didn't know it was like that.
And then you guys,
Yeah.
you guys watched someone almost die outside of your house.
We did watch someone
Or out of your apartment.
We watched. we ordered chicken, and we were waiting for our chicken order to come to the door. And I opened the door because I hear a big bang outside, and there's just a guy on the ground with his head cracked open because he fell down the stairs.
He was very drunk. He was the upstairs neighbor, so we'd assume that when he was climbing up the stairs or going down the stairs while drunk, he just fell and laid there. And when we heard that thump, we were like, we're so excited. It's chicken. Let's go get some chicken. We open the door. There's just this dead guy. He's not dead. He didn't die.
He didn't die. He was fine. But we start panicking, and then all of a sudden the chicken like delivery man comes up the stairs, and we're like, we need you to call can you please call 911 or 119 in Korea, I think. But like, we're like, please, can you help us? And he was like, you have to pay for this chicken before I help
He did
you.
not give a fuck. He was like, this chicken ain't gonna
He
pay
was on
for
a schedule,
itself.
and he was keeping that schedule.
The delivery drivers, they had to go on strike.
They were on strike
During that time as
Yeah,
well.
towards the
Yeah,
end of
so
the
it was
state
probably
time.
really strict for him to be like, you need to pay before I help you. And he didn't really help us anyways. We were like speaking to the police officer with broken Korean, like, please help.
Through the translator app. Yeah.
But no, Korea was great.
Korea is
I
great.
loved
Oh,
Korea.
Even though I didn't
I'd go back.
It was great.
It was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll go check it out. I've never been to Korea, so I definitely want to go check it out and see the food and the culture and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like probably hour and a half flight from Japan. So
You can
whenever I
speak
go
a
back.
Pretty good fake Korean too.
No, let's not do that today.
We won't do it now, but
What do you guys? We're all like early 20s, and I think we all went through kind of adulting phase 1. How do you guys feel about adulting? Any struggles? Things you wanted to know beforehand? Things you might do differently? Writer?
yeah, I'll go first. Totally. No. I'm
no choice.
I'm definitely like prepared for this question. So like the biggest thing in the last year. So I graduated from college, right? And I still like kind of lump college in with like high school life. Like although you're on your own, like I don't know, it's still like you have to go to class and like things are like keeping you accountable there. And like I'm sure like a lot of people have had the experience where like their parents like they can fall back on their parents or like other family during college like to go home whatever during the summer, but nobody prepares you for like the 9 to 5 grind after you graduate, and like the fact that it's always looming over your head that like this is going to be it for the rest of your life, and like all you work for the weekends, and then even on the weekends it just feels like you're worrying about work like the next week, and it's just like this existential dread. Obviously like a lot of people go into that like kind of pipeline, that 9 to 5 office job, and right like and I've met a lot of people as well who have like clearly broken that and have kind of like either started their own businesses or like started their own sort of service to kind of work their own hours. And I think that's really great, and I think that's really admirable. But just for something all the college kids out there who are like getting ready to graduate, like just be ready, because like no one will tell you that like I don't know, like I had to buy a fucking can opener like the other day, and I'm like I usually have this like at my parents' place or something, right? Like I had to buy like batteries. I'm like AA batteries. I'm like those are like usually like in my parents, like in the cupboard or whatever, and you got to figure out taxes, and like you got to figure out all sorts of stuff that just are like unseen during college. And things are really expensive, and inflation especially has hit like really hard recently. So it's just like really hard, and wages aren't really necessarily increasing even for like skilled labor. So it's definitely difficult to just prepare for that, and it's like a very jarring transition. And my biggest piece of advice I think for people is to just find your close friends and try to see them as much as you can, and like talk about it, and don't be afraid to like talk if you're struggling with that transition, especially because you really do like cannot afford to be alone in that sort of time period, because it'll just put you in a really bad place. But that's all I have to say about that. I feel like I'm finally adjusting, and I'm finally kind of in my flow, especially like going to the gym and stuff has been like a really good change of pace. But yeah, for the most part, like I'm advocating so hard for like the 4-day work week, and like yeah, I don't know, it's just work sucks.
Does it? I know you still work from home, right?
Yeah,
Does
I
that does that help for you? Like, is that better, or do you feel like having an office and going
At
somewhere
some
is better?
Sometimes I feel like if I had an office to go to, I would be like maybe a little more productive. But the thing is, like, I'm a programmer, and I pair, there's like pair programming, right? So like I'm constantly overlooked like by my senior engineers, and you know, like I have to be on Zoom calls all the time. And it's really, I think the pros of working from home and having like everything at your disposal, like being able to just like go to the bathroom right there, or like go watch an episode of TV like on your break or something, or go to the gym. In my case, like it is really nice, and having to commute like is just like so terrible. And I feel like, especially with the freeways and stuff, like it's just really bad. And so not having to commute, I think, is like the best part. But you know, there's definitely drawbacks. Like you don't really like feel like super productive sometimes, even though the studies show that like working from home has increased productivity for a lot of companies. You know, you get like some imposter syndrome because there's no one really over your shoulder, like looking over and is like, oh, like you're not doing your work, you know, like, but you can just like be on your phone or something, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It requires self-discipline, I think. But yeah, I think everyone should work from home if they can.
I agree.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
Tyler?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, just so like we all went through adulting, right? And like this is like phase 1. I feel like, you know, none of us are like married, kids, or all that, like, you know, stage 2, phase 2, or whatever. You know, nobody hit 30s yet. I feel like once you hit 30s, you know, life, you know, takes another turn and shows you different stuff. But how have you experienced your phase 1 of this kind of like going through college, you know, trying to get a job? I know you said you're unemployed, but how has this all of kind of, you know, what's your experience like?
Yeah, I think for me, well, because I went into college, I really didn't know what I wanted at all. So my first major was in global politics, because I thought I can change the world or something like that, or I wanted to. But I realized like I wasn't inclined or had the skill set to do that. And so I turned into marketing. My mom was like, you know, your sister did business, you should do business. It was in the business school, so I was like, okay, cool. This is like the most creative thing you could do. You're creative. You've done it like all throughout high school. Like I used to do a lot of photography for like Instagram and all that shit. But I wanted to find something that I thought I would like. And that was like my biggest mistake, because like when you graduate out of university and you find yourself like passionless, it's like sort of awful. Sorry, I'm not like depressed or anything, but like
No, I get it.
You graduate, you spent all this time for an education, albeit that you didn't necessarily want that education, and you just try to find something that you can do with what you have, knowing that maybe it's not something you want to do. So I've been trying to deal with that by switching my career, because I don't think it's like ever too late to do what you want to do. And what Ryder said about like having your friends around and that support was really great, because if you were to do this alone, like switching your whole life or what people thought you as is sort of it's really difficult, because I'm starting from nowhere. So I don't have everything that I thought I knew about myself. I don't really know, and I'm still figuring that out. So when it comes to like my adult life, I guess I haven't done the like settle or get into a routine, because it's like every day it's a new challenge to like learn my new skills in becoming who I want to be.
Well, you never stop learning, or that's the goal, right? Like never try to stop learning something new. And that's honestly like a really good piece of advice, even if it doesn't pertain to like your field of specialty. Like I feel like if you don't hate like your degree or whatever, like if you're going to get a degree and you don't hate it by the time you graduate, like you didn't do it right. I feel like I don't know.
I did not hate my degree when I graduated.
Like,
I got more.
I was so passionate about like programming when I went in, and now I'm just like, okay, I do this to make money. Like that's it. Like I don't really like care. Sure, I've made like stuff on the side. Like I've made like video games and like projects and whatever. And like we even have plans to like make a video game soon, like as a friend group. I think that would be really fun to like kind of test everyone's skills and everyone could learn something new. But you know, it's not like really something I get joy out of. You know, it's like if I were to do it my way, I'd be like playing music like live and making a bunch of money.
There is like a big debate about like how should people just work for money or like work for enjoyment.
Right.
I think I'm a firm believer of doing whatever you want to do, because a lot of people like are able to have I don't enjoy my job, but I'm still like living life. Like I think some people can do that, but for me, I feel like I have to do something that, I don't know, builds me and my own character.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm a little egotistical.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can fat disagree with me. I don't care. I mean, like.
What about
about like hating your degree by the time you're done?
I did an extra year of school compared to both of them.
Us bozos.
Yeah. So
it's okay. I did like a semester of college, so you guys did more than I do.
It's like and I don't think it matters too much, but like I felt like when I graduated, I wasn't ready to be done with school, but once I graduated the second time, I was very ready to be done with school. I was ready to take a break, and it was just like somehow more exhausting. But I think this last year has been like a nice transition from really that undergrad to that grad experience to now I'm working 40 hours a week. This will be my first week actually doing that, so I don't know. We'll see how long that lasts on me not being tired and all that. But compared to them, I didn't really hate my degree. I really liked it, but they both got like professional degrees, right? Like marketing and computer science had a direct like job afterwards. My degree was in political science, so it's more like theoretical and academic. And I don't know. I think it was
called us stupid.
Called us stupid.
No. I'm saying
okay.
like yours was specific to getting a job afterwards, right? Whereas like I did political science because I wanted to.
No, you're right. Like,
and I didn't really have a plan afterwards.
I went into CS because I knew I could get a job after I graduated, and like it was job security. But here's the bad part about that.
Jobs in political science.
Here's the bad part about that is that like the engineering field is like so saturated now with like inexperience and like people like me who don't like it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just getting by.
So it's like do you think there's like a pyramid where like the bottom is so fat of like, you know, just graduated CS students, and then but the top still gets paid
and
a lot.
what's terrible is that I've trained interns at my company and they go on to get like higher paying jobs than me, and they're like stupid as fuck. Like these guys like
they're gonna see
we
this
don't
clip.
like to use
no, I don't.
we don't
no,
like to use that.
if they see this,
clip.
like fuck you, seriously.
Wow.
Like,
Oh my God.
Like you got a better job than me, and it's just like it's a diss on me and on myself, and like I'm like fuck, like I'm not good enough to like go get a higher paying job, even though I trained this intern who's like really dumb, who like managed to do it somehow. I'm like, and I can't do it. Like that makes me mad.
You can probably do it.
I think you're good enough. I think that
I'm just too lazy to apply for new
I was
jobs.
gonna say the job.
Okay, fuck you right here. It's on you then.
The job hunt has been like, because that's what I was doing summer. That's what you've been doing for the last year.
life.
Yeah, and it like the job hunt and the interview process and like how companies value you is like one of the worst things ever. I really think like
True.
I applied
You're
to
so
probably
disposable.
100 jobs or more, and I only got one interview back, and I've ended up taking the position at a company I already had an internship at. So it was like, I don't know, it's just very draining to be in that like job hunt process. It's just not very fruitful either. And also like the interview requirements that these companies have are sometimes very ridiculous.
Yes.
Like 4-hour interviews and a skills test, and then you still have another interview
There
after
are like
that.
4-round technical interviews for like a junior developer position, and they're asking you shit that you learn in college, like your second year, that no one ever uses in practice. Like, and like, you know, people still turn you down. You have to get past so many screenings, and then like only for you to get, even if you get the job, they only let you let you go after like, I don't know, like a day, or not a day, sorry, but like a year, sorry. And most people will just be hopping jobs. There's no such thing as like job sustainability now if you're like in that sort of field. But like, I feel like if you have your own business or you have your own practice, like then you're kind of stable.
At least I can't fire myself. That's quite difficult.
Exactly.
To do.
You're your own boss. So it's like, you don't really have to ever have stress about that or like imposter syndrome. And
I don't know.
I feel like the grass is just always greener, because I kind of had this talk recently, even with like my current roommates, because like, yeah, I just think, I don't know, I think it's like it's always gonna, like, the other side's always gonna look nicer, because like on the other hand there's like, yeah, you look very happy, don't you?
Oh, my Lausanne shot. I was gonna agree with you, Ken, because like I don't think I have enough drive, or maybe just haven't found the passion yet to like actually have my own business or to like manage being my own boss. Like I would hate having to like find clients. And
What would you do though if you started one?
if I started my own business?
Yeah.
I've never thought about it. I really like. I want to.
Let's start one right here.
Where
guys, we should start a podcast.
it's a coffee / photography studio. That's the goal.
Jason, people would like, that could be possible.
Absolutely, but it's so much work.
I have a business proposal for I think I don't know. I only thought about this. Sorry, this is going so off topic. But in Tempe, there's like only one film developing, like, I mean,
Tempe Camera?
Yeah, Tempe Camera. And it's ran by these,
old.
God bless their souls, but like these old white people. And the developing is a little expensive. But I know that film in general is just getting more expensive. Like I've seen people complain about it on TikTok. But I think I can make a competitor developing studio. And ruin their business.
Honestly, Kyle, I do believe, I don't think the film developing industry is big enough to be hella rich, but I think it can like produce enough income to live.
The students love film.
Yeah, because like there's enough people. I feel like YouTube brought film back a little bit, because people should take photos on their film camera and make videos, and then people are like, oh, that's kind of cool, and like how the vintage, the old stuff kind of comes back and becomes cool. Like I seen a ton of wave of people shooting film, and even myself, I'm like, damn, like I kind of want to get a film camera. I never thought that would happen. So I do feel like that's possible. You just got to do that initial setup cost, right? And then you start taking film photos, and you start getting into that community and develop, undercut the cost of Tempe Camera, and then boom, you got a business going.
That's what the coffee shop is for. That's the people have to stay and
then I'll program the website, guys. I got you.
Thanks, Ryder.
See, now all we need is an investor. Now we need someone that's gonna put down the money for the initial coffee shop.
The Sharks.
The Sharks. I work in something close to people that do investment stuff, but like starting a business, and like I see a lot of people fail. And these are not people starting like coffee / camera development studios. These are people like doing like software companies or like med tech
startups
stuff. And
restaurants. I mean,
it just requires so much money, and you have to have like a crazy amount of connections. Like as part of my job right now, I will have to go to more like networking events with these like tech creators and stuff, and there's like so many people there, and they all really want to talk to like the venture capitalists who are going to give them $20 million to like build their product out. And I don't know, it just comes down to like who you know and how good you are at begging.
True.
Yeah, I think definitely getting into those businesses where the startup cost is bigger is definitely more tricky. I'm not in that space. I really don't know, and I don't want to talk too negatively about it, but I think also that in the past 5-10 years that there's this is how I should frame it. This is what I hear from other people, is that there's just so much money in the system that like people that are not actually like killer entrepreneurs are receiving $5 million, $10 million investment and think that they're doing something, but at the end of the day they're probably just burning through investors' money. So I don't know about that world too much, but I do think if anyone's going to start a business, like it's easy to start things that is definitely like low cost and not taking people's money in the initial phase, and then maybe once like it's really going, maybe you can do like different funding. But I do like the idea of coffee shop / photo studio.
I think I like something I don't understand, and this is something I like respect out of like marketing is I think branding is so difficult because I don't know, you're going to create a camera shop and a coffee shop or whatever this combo is going to be, but like how do you make that successful and how do you get people to actually like want to go to that? I don't know, because you can't just open a store somewhere and have no advertisement or anything like that.
Yeah, you just throw. Honestly, I think it will
Just
work.
hashtag.
I think.
Yeah, hashtag.
Well,
Hashtag
I mean,
happy.
I think like realistically, if I because I've thought about these kind of scenarios of like actually having a brick and mortar of like physical location. I think that would be the strongest thing. So like opening ceremony, go hard on it, invite all your friends, make a big event, do like a free event almost. I don't know, something, right? Like the
That does
initial
sound
day,
fun.
like get a lot of people and get people have to write reviews. So get everyone to write reviews, and then after that, just go hard on all the social media influencers, like even the smaller people, like even like people that are under 5,000, under like 2,500, like you'll hit everyone up, have everyone come, and like for in my case, because I got a lot of friends in the valley where they're like creators, so I'd be like, yo, like guys, come on, you gotta come through, and then everyone's gonna come by, make photos, videos, and then I have a ton of marketing material. So like I don't know, like I've never done it. I know it's the margins are pretty slim, I think, especially once you hire people and have it run. You know, if you're the one operating it, right, you can take a little bit more risk because like you're not having to pay other people's wages, but you're just paying yourself. So I think it's easier, but I still think it would work. Like it's something that I want to do. I'm surprised you said that. That's why I'm like super talking right now.
No,
Or
yeah,
you get really lucky and Mr. Beast comes into your business and just
that is the one way to be successful.
buys everything.
Millionaires.
And yeah. Yeah, I think it's really funny how like when people on TikTok, they'll get like 500,000 likes on like their business posts because they just like they'll pretend like they're like the social media person and they like accidentally like posted like a meme or
There's a
something
trend.
about like
There's a
their
trend of that.
of
Yeah,
that
I
and it
saw
gets
that.
so many likes and I'm just like, dude, like this is probably crazy for like their business. Like I mean like all they had to do was just like post like some throwaway video of them like messing around and then they're like, guys, like they gave me the password to like the account, and then it's ridiculous, but it's smart. It's really smart that because people love like funny shit like that.
Have you guys seen a video of a person have a glass bin and they put like beads or all sorts of stuff in it and they just roll it
Yes.
down the
Yes.
stairs?
I love
And
that.
it's getting like
Yes.
100
I love
The,
million.
the ASMR thing where
That's
they're like
crazy.
they're rolling, yeah, or like they've upgraded like the maps. So where they're in like a backyard and they're like rolling a ball down a ramp and then they've like stacked like jars full of liquid and they're all like colored. One guy made this like thingamajig contraption that like this is like the same account too, and like it's got like a bed of nails that like chomps down and he like rolls like bottles down, and I just think it's really funny that we all collectively like monkey brain, like we're
Yeah,
just like
it just-
I love
we-
I
seeing
love
Yeah,
this.
watching
we-
things break.
Well, I used to
like
work at a
when they-
rage room. People go shit like nut shit
think watching
crazy for
people
I've
that.
never
and
been to a
doing it
rage
is
room,
absurd.
and I feel like the concept of it is like
It's actually like I think according to like actual therapy and studies, like it's really bad because it teaches you that it's okay to break shit when you're mad, and like there's like that connection in your brain, and it's like I think a lot of abusers go to like rage rooms and stuff
I
like
was gonna
that.
ask, when you worked at the rage room, did people come in mad? Did you ever see someone
Yes.
come in like fuming
I
mad
had
and
to
like smash shit?
I had to kick people out before because like they were like we had these like cement walls and they were like punching holes in that like cement walls like with whatever tools we had, and they were like breaking the glass on the doors and stuff, and I had to kick them out. And yeah, there were people like with actual issues, I think, that needed like serious help that came in and were like ripping them off for like $50 to break like 12 beer bottles that we found in the dumpster.
Is it profitable?
Yes,
Rage rooms?
extremely
Think about it. Think
profitable.
about before rage rooms. Whoever came up with the first person, like, yo,
Yeah.
dude, we should like let people break stuff and charge them money. And you'd be
Extremely
like,
no,
profitable.
I have an idea.
E- Especially
good idea.
who
because
thinks about that?
what's your idea?
And we set up like legal fights.
Legal
Legal
fights.
No, you go into like I don't know.
UFC?
You walk into our business, right? And then you put like your weight class and
Oh.
your height, wingspan, all that.
Yeah.
We have one of our employees, same stats. You get to fight him.
So it's like you have to sign a waiver, right?
So he's
But-
gonna die, and that's gonna be the
You're
end of the
gonna-
business.
Yes, But we love like entertainment, like
So
like
we give 'em- we give 'em,
boxing.
like,
I love
boxing
watching
gloves.
MMA.
I feel
yeah.
like those exist.
And we put him in like a
Just
rubber
join a
room.
boxing
Just in,
gym.
just
But
in
it's also
different
a cafe.
styles.
Or just like it's also a cat cafe.
It's also a cafe, and we live stream it like to the main lobby.
Oh, on TikTok,
on
crazy.
TikTok. And then in
TikTok
the
Live,
in the
that's-
background
I
you
feel
have
like you'll
somebody.
get banned when someone like knocked out and unconscious. and
Well,
in the
they sign a
live-
waiver though, so it's like you go in.
Those waivers are not like the waivers those guys signed to go on the Titanic submarine. That is not going to protect that company.
Yeah, well, the thing is, too, like at the Rage Room, you had to sign a waiver before going in, and someone was it hemophilia, right, where you bleed really easily.
Mm-hmm.
Someone like stepped on a wine glass, and it like went through her foot, and she also had like hemophilia, and like I had to call like the ambulance. I had to like tie a tourniquet on her leg, and there was just blood everywhere.
It's like, why would you even go there?
Yeah, I was like,
that
why are
risk
you
was already
here? Like,
present
whatever.
beforehand.
And like, I think she tried to get like my boss into like serious legal trouble.
Oh, she knew. She actually set you guys
Yeah,
up.
I think
She-
I,
that wine
I
glass
want
on
to
the
say she like
floor,
walked over and
she
just
went,
stepped on it
Did
for
that,
the
did people
paycheck.
step on painful things often?
Yeah, I mean, we required like people to wear closed-toed shoes, but like,
Wow.
yeah, people would step on stuff, and yeah, I just get cut every now and then, even though you're wearing like these big suits. They get hot as fuck in there though. It's terrible.
Have you
Arizona
guys done
Rage
axe
Room.
throwing? I feel like it's the same thing.
I haven't, but
I've not
Oh.
I've been
done
invited to those.
I
Yeah.
feel like
Sounds fun.
the knife throwing sounds more fun than
Or like a
axe throwing.
shooting
Yeah.
range. It's like, well, I feel like
Have
that's
you
less
ever-
intense.
Have you shot a gun? Have you shot a gun?
Have you shot a gun before?
Yeah.
Like a real gun?
No.
Have you shot a gun, Ken?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ken, you have.
Oh yeah.
Is it fun?
I think
it's entertaining.
I think shotgun shooting is like the best, the form of like it's fun, like shooting like clay pigeons with it. But like, I would never own a gun, like
Yeah, I don't know.
ever. I feel like I don't need one, but
I don't one.
You own one? What gun would you own?
Just
like a handgun.
No, like a really heavy ass like revolver.
That's still a handgun.
Oh, wait, what? What did you ask me? I thought you just asked me if I wanted a gun.
Yeah, it's like a handgun.
Oh, yeah,
It's like a 6-shot
sorry.
revolver or whatever,
Yeah.
8-shot. I don't know.
I'm making it double-handed.
I feel like once I have my own
Double-handed
house,
pistol.
maybe I'd consider getting a gun. But the thing is, I don't think I'm ever gonna own a house in my lifetime, and that's
What makes you say that?
the housing market is terrible, and I don't make enough money, and to put down a mortgage or like even like 5% like would cost me like my left nut and my like whole paycheck for like months.
I
Like,
do it to have a place to die.
I'd rent a
in.
house, but like I've come to like, and most people in my generation I feel like is they've come to terms with the fact that they will never be able to buy a house because the banks just keep buying up all the houses.
Yeah, I do
and-
think unless they come down a little bit or like something happens. Right now, I kind of agree with how expensive things are. I mean, bro, like the housing at like, even at like 300,000, 400,000, like it's like, dude, like the houses are absolute piece of shit.
Right.
Like,
Well,
No, it's like you
can't
can
buy
live.
anything.
You can live 100 miles
You
away
know,
from
yeah,
downtown.
You know what I hope becomes a new trend, like in a rising trend, is that like
Carvana?
no, not Carvana, is that people like start buying houses and they like have like their friends as roommates, like, and they all go in on a house to buy it.
Yeah, I feel like
and
that
they
is-
live in that house till they like get old. Like
What if-
I'm saying, like if you could be homies with people like that, and like you find the people who you live really well with.
No,
I feel like that's a smart idea.
I totally can see that happening because like how should I describe this, like some like immigrant families when they like come over, or even like some other like countries, I know they kind of do that more, where America, like you grow 18 22, get out of the house, you know, families separate, but some families they keep it all in one house.
Yeah.
And then they like kind of cooperate to keep the income in, and you know they got like they might have like 3 4 5 bedroom house, but like they got grandma, grandpa, they got like 3 generations all fit. I feel like something similar would happen, but it's gonna be with your friends.
With friends, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. People aren't having kids as much anymore because it's too expensive.
Are you gonna have
And-
kids?
No, I'm not having kids
Ken?
ever.
Right.
I mean, but you could even do it even if you had kids, low key.
Well,
Yeah,
that,
you
can.
that's something
That's
I
what I'm
want
saying.
to
Yeah.
like. If you could own a house, but imagine you could like take this house, split it in half,
And you have like 10
and then you
babysitters
could
now.
have like you would have 2 houses next to
Right,
each
so
other.
you have some privacy
Yeah,
from like
okay.
your friends,
That
or
was
like
neat.
yeah.
like you could split it, you know, like I don't know, Airbnb style, whatever. And yeah, I feel like it's just like a really good plan because I feel like then everyone could afford it, and like you're still with your friends, obviously, and yeah.
I feel like that is a move. I don't think it's unprofessional opinion, but I think that is a move of like if you're renting with your friends, you can just
Buy the house.
buy the house.
Buy the
I mean,
house.
if something happens and you guys are no longer friends, that's kind of awkward of having
Yeah,
a
for
50-50
real.
That's the
mortgage.
only
But
thing, but, like-
outside of that, I feel like there's more benefits to it.
I don't know. I feel like you have to do some serious fucked up shit to lose like close friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can have falling outs like that are just gradual and you just don't see each other as much anymore. But I feel like to become like enemies
Yeah.
and like you have to do some messed up shit.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a really close-minded person,
Yeah.
or you're petty. But I don't know.
Well,
I feel like I've been friends with you guys forever.
We did fucked up shit.
Yeah. I feel like you'd have to like. I feel like you'd have to like kill someone like close to me.
Yeah.
Or like.
You said close to me, so I could kill
forgive
someone.
a lot.
Okay. If I found out that you like were like a serial killer, then sure. Like
let's
Would
not
you
do
tr- would
murder.
you come to my
no,
murder?
I don't want to do roommates with murderers.
with
That's
murder.
tough.
Yeah, I don't think I'd live with that person.
Would you come to my serial killer murder trial to support?
to support
On the jury. I'd be
Yeah,
on
on
the
the jury?
You be on the jury?
Guilty.
If I killed someone and I was like, oh, I need help, and I came to you, like, what would you do?
That's a good question.
Yo, hold on. Say that again.
Legally.
If I like killed someone and I'm at your door, I'm like, open up. You open the door, and I'm like, I did something really bad, but I need your help. Would you help me? Essentially hide this body
I don't-
of a person I killed.
No,
What?
as soon as you ask me
Personally.
to help you, like, and I have to withhold information, I'm already guilty, right? Like.
well, I mean, if you don't call the cops or someone.
No.
But I
like,
also killed a really bad
is
person.
that a real law? Like
You feel like you're an accessory
negligence to
murder.
call the law? Because I feel like if I didn't help with the
Accessory.
body in either way, I just knew about it.
You're an,
As long as I don't go to court
What
and I
is-
don't testify under the Bible or whatever, then I feel like I'm fine.
well, when they ask you to testify, you realize that you have to.
Okay,
right?
did you kill them on accident or purpose?
I killed him on purpose, but it was a really bad person.
Who was it?
Yeah, who was it?
It was like
It was
a
Lizzo.
serial.
Oh my god.
It was a serial like dog killer.
Serial dog killer.
A serial
Yeah.
dog killer.
I don't know if that justifies murder.
Nah, that does in my mind, but not in the U.S. law, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just a serial killer, and I killed
If
them.
you killed this is the.
Yeah, I think that's.
If you kill a serial killer.
I'm a good Samaritan.
Yeah, the Good Samaritan.
Well, I feel
law.
like if you maybe it wasn't in self-defense though.
No, I'm
You
just.
instigate him to where he swings at you and then you kill him.
We can frame it. We'll make it.
Are you
work.
gonna help me? Yes or no?
Okay, so you kill him on purpose. You're coming over. Yeah, I'd probably help you just because I
Thank
need
you.
some excitement in my life.
Damn.
I feel like there's probably so many murders that people get away with.
I
We
don't
don't
know.
know.
I mean, I don't.
Yes, I feel like.
I think I should say no, because people are
No,
gonna have
did you
I
not
right.
read
agree
the,
with
like,
Ken.
the statistics like that? Like you have like shaken hands with at least like 4 or 5 like
People
people,
that
who
have-
have murdered
Mm.
someone in the time of your life.
I'm not
Like,
shake hands like that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like,
But
isn't
I
that
guess.
crazy?
4 or 5?
No, I think it's more than that. Or you at least like run into like them, like you've seen them in public.
Are you saying people like murder often?
Yes, it's more common than you think.
I don't think it's that common.
I think it is.
Well, you wouldn't know.
I guess
That's
I
the
would
whole
know.
thing.
Okay, well, we from housing we went to murder, and we'll talk about something exciting
Okay.
about the future at least. So, what do you guys?
Sorry, Ken.
I do want to air this. So, what are you guys excited about for the future?
For the future.
Yeah, what's something fun or something you're looking forward to or something you want to achieve or goals or anything?
Damn.
I'm really excited to make this video game with everyone.
Yeah.
Like we're really trying. Well, we haven't like tried
I
super hard
asked
yet.
for when the first meeting.
We're
was.
still like very much like storyboarding, but I really want to see like just how if we can put our skills together.
Yeah,
Even
a project
if
come to life. That'd
yeah,
be so
a
cool.
project come to life. Like even if nobody like plays the game, right? We can still put it on Steam and like people can play it, and we could do it for like $2, right? Like it's some shitty like. I think right now our plan is to make like a Mario Party style game
Nice.
with a bunch of like collections of just mini games and see how creative we can get with it. But I feel like we have enough knowledge, and I feel like everyone has enough drive in our friend group to where it's like, yeah, we could probably see something to prototype completeness within like a year. And if we really work, like on the weekends, whatever, in your free time. But that is just one thing I'm very excited to do. Like I'm very serious about it, and I think it'd be cool. And especially if y'all move into Roosevelt Square, be even easier.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
excited. I think I wanna leave Phoenix at some point.
At some point, yeah. I think everyone
Oh, yeah, of
does.
course.
This summer was hot, and I didn't enjoy it very much.
And it's only gonna get
But we're gonna have
hotter.
a group house, a hype,
Hype
house.
house?
Yeah, we just talked about it.
We're
A
gonna make
content house.
I wait.
We got
okay.
an OnlyFans room. But then we got
Oh my
like
God.
a coding
Tarps on the
room.
floor.
We got a marketing room.
Marketing
And-
room.
Yeah.
Where do I sleep?
I'm excited to start my future career, hopefully soon.
You should plug your vlog in. No.
It's Ryla. It's like Ryla.com
no,
or
that was
something.
like I feel like that's like
Is it-
I mean, I wouldn't say it's like
I-
personal protection, but like it's like something for people who like know me in a bit, like in a different way. Anyways, but I will.
I think it's still good to read. Like I don't know. I think anyone can read it and like enjoy it.
I mean, if you find my Instagram, you can definitely go click it.
I'll give you
It's
the
in
link.
Bio.
Yes, yes,
like,
yes.
After
I'm
this,
very
you can
curious.
put it in the post.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because I think people like. I think it's you have a good talent in like writing, especially.
Yeah, thank you.
And
So yeah, I think I'm gonna pick up freelance work to do that, and then, I mean, my end all, I would really want. So this is like far out future, but
like
I'd
5 years.
love to be a yeah, sure. I'd love to be a creative director, through copy, and all writing. So yeah.
No, you should totally do that. I mean, like, right now where I'm at is like nowhere where I want to be. Like I have,
Mhm.
obviously we got places that we got to go and more and more and more. But like, probably like 4 years ago when I first picked up my camera, like nobody believed in me. Like maybe my parents probably was like, oh yeah, go, like, go do your thing. But like deep down, they're always like supportive. But like I don't think most people really thought that it would be anything. Like most people are like, okay, you're gonna go take photos and make money, like
Mhm.
what weddings, like sure,
Well,
but now
what do you think Ken 5 years ago would say if he could see like the Ken right now?
That's a
Mhm.
good question.
What do you think he would say?
wait, going back or the
Yeah. What do you think-
seeing me today?
Yeah. What do you think previous Ken would say about current Ken?
Oh shit, he would be like,
He'd be like,
ooh,
"I like
that's
your
a good
eyebrows."
one. I feel like he'll be pretty proud of me. But then like it's weird because like I thought like looking back, I'm like, damn, like now would have been all I needed. But then now I'm here and it's like, dude, this is not enough. Like
Right.
you always see the next mountain to climb, and then you're like, you meet people that are doing the next thing and more bigger productions and all other stuff, and you're like, oh, so like now I want to do that, and then your goal continues to kind of like move forward. So like I definitely thought this was enough. But then, like, again, like I said, like adulting phase one, like you were mentioning, like things cost more money than I thought.
Mhm.
You actually sit down and look at how much you need to make to afford a home, and you're like, dude, you need to make like 7,000 every month, like take home to like qualify for something decent. Like that's,
Right.
and then, there's like, and then there's this guy and someone is always hungry. And so,
Right.
yeah, I always, yeah, I think that was a thing of definitely like thinking about this would be enough, but then you get there and it's not enough.
Right. I mean, it's part of human nature, just
Yeah.
constantly moving forward.
Yeah.
Funny you say, my sister, like she's like within my whole like family, my whole generation, she's probably like the most successful in her family in making like she has a 6-figure job at like a financial firm, out in LA, and I remember she was trying to find a new job, and they were offering her like a huge sum, like something that like if we got it, we'd be like, oh, we're probably set for life, right? But she was like, it's not enough. This is chump change to people who play in the high limit tables or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. People, you always move your goals and see what other people are doing. But if I had like a good amount of money, I feel like I'd be like, okay, I can stop.
Any closing thoughts, guys?
Yeah. What are we over time?
Did we?
I have a
I mean, this camera is gonna roll forever, so
Okay.
you guys are
oh
chilling.
wow.
Did you have closing thoughts?
Yeah.
Drop
so
your quote right now.
My quote, I think, we talked about a little bit about mentors and how, you know, learning something is always great. Learning from someone, having to, you know, be there when you don't know what to do. I think that's what friends are for as well, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
Was this one not recording?
No.
Because are you kidding me?
Oh
Because
my God, 'cause
it's been like that for
I
probably
saw
like
it switch, but I thought it was, yeah, it wasn't that long.
Oh, I wonder what we didn't get.
thank you so much, guys, for listening all the way of like, I don't know, 45, 50 minutes of conversation. And Tyler, if you want to close anything with your final thoughts.
Yeah. What was I saying?
Or Jason, you can share some thoughts. All of you guys
Yeah.
can share your final thoughts.
My friends are my mentors, and I'm glad to be here, and I wouldn't be here without my friends. They taught me, you know, things that I would have never known without knowing them. And thank you for having me.
I agree. I think that we're in a place in life where it's hard to navigate through, and there's a lot of unknowns. It's a lot of new things all the time. And yeah, I think friendship is probably one of the best ways, even more so than having like a mentor or like having a family to fall back on. You have people around you that are going through the same things as you.
I would say my friends have had probably the biggest influence on where my life has gone. And just like friends, you know, even like friendship in your relationship, like with your significant other, especially, like, is really important if you have, you know, a significant other. And well, I don't know, like, because it's really easy to lose yourself in a relationship with anyone. And I feel like recently I've been just super, not like laser focused on myself, but I kind of just like, I got back from Vegas and we did a Vegas trip, and I was like, I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, it's either day one or it's either one day or day one, right? Like, of me like changing. And, you know, I was able to do it through like support of like my friends and just a lot of self-discipline. But in the end, like, you can really do anything you put your mind to, and just don't give up, even though like it feels like the world is like on fire and like climate change and like, you know, whatever. Like, just, I don't know, sometimes it feels like, oh, like it's not worth doing anything, but it is, like, for yourself. So get yourself some good friends who will support you through that.
Cool. Well, it was fun talking to you guys. I guess we'll go grab food or something.
Thank you, Ken.
Okay, thank you.
Do you actually want to go get food? Because like we were down too.
Yeah, let's go get food.
What do
Cool.
you?
Do you know any good places around here?